Hey everybody, and welcome back to Necromancy 101. This is the third Sunday in Advent, and we are ready for Christmas. The stockings are hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon will be there. So today we're going to talk about St. Nicholas, aka Santa Claus. Now, before we go any further, I figure we should address some cultural discrepancies that may exist with Santa Claus. Now, Santa Claus is an entity with many faces. In North America, he's known as, of course, Santa Claus. He lives at the North Pole. He is a kindly old elf with a Mrs. Claus and an army of lesser elves to help him make toys to deliver to children all over the world, at least to children who are both good and who believe in him. So, in Europe, he has a sort of different facade. In Europe, he lives in Lapland, and he is helped by Black Pete and Krampus, the Christmas demon, who drags naughty children off to hell, which is sort of a more festive way to convince kids to be nice. St. Nicholas and Santa Claus, by extension. Santa Claus has different names in England and Europe. He is Father Christmas, Father Winter, Papa Noel, Sinterklaas, and of course, St. Nicholas, like I've said a few times. So St. Nicholas is from Myra. He is a Turkish man, and he's got a lot of good credit to his name. I mean, he helped 3 women who needed dowries so that they could get off and get good husbands. He saved 3 people from being executed. He generally helped people. I mean, sinners, if they were being jerks, he would punch them in the face. So, awesome dude. He is the patron saint of children, repentant thieves, pawnbrokers, sailors, and prostitutes. So he's a man who covers lots of bases and is really highly thought of. Now, of course, here's the flip. Now, St. Nicholas is an aspect of Santa Claus because, that's how laws of spirituality and magic work. And St. Nicholas is a saint. He resides in heaven. He listens to people in the language of prayers, which is the language of God. Santa Claus resides at the North Pole and in Lapland, and knows the languages of all children who truly believe in him. So I figured the best way to get to Santa Claus would be to reach out to St. Nicholas by raising up the spirit of St. Nicholas, the man. Because while the saint lives in heaven, the man is dead as a doorknob, just like Jacob Marley. So, set up a summoning circle, and it was no small feat. I had to draw in power, ambient energy for Christmas in order to fill up a channel. If I had a finger bone or something like that of him, it would have been super easy because I could have just reached out and contacted them. But since the church frowns on taking artifacts like that from the church, I did not do that. So, I had to set up the summoning circle, I had to draw him in, and, St. Nicholas, the man, he doesn't know English. I mean, he knows a little bit of English because he gets a lot of residual stuff. But he speaks Turkish, like old Turkish, like from 5th century Turkish. It's like older than Old English. He yelled. He didn't want to be there. He's a unhappy person. I mean, I suppose maybe this is a busy time of year for him, but there was finger wagging and there was, arm waving and shaking and stuff. So, yeah, it didn't work quite the way I wanted it to work out. So, and of course, Sarah and James came into the room. They yelled. St. Nicholas yelled. Called me a witch. St. Nicholas called me a witch. I mean, I've never been called a witch before. Well, I mean, I have been called a witch before, but never by a saint. So that was exciting. I get called a witch by a saint, a famous saint. That's like being punched by a David Tennant because you're a jerk. man, it's like sort of like on the one hand, it's like yeah, because it's happened by someone famous, but on the other end, it's like, oh, I don't appreciate that. But you take what you can. So that effort apparently did not work because the way you reach out to Santa Claus is you write him a letter, send it to the post office. The post office gets it to Santa Claus. Or, if you have some other local tradition, you follow that. So that's what Sarah and James have said I should do. I mean, I don't know how good of a source they are. I mean, I've written dozens of letters to Santa over the years, and I ain't got no responses from him yet. Not even a present. Not even a lump of coal. Nothing. I mean, I'm a necromancer, sure, but I have feelings too. I mean, not a lot, but they're there. I figure this year maybe I'll get a visit from Santa Claus or something. I've never gotten a visit from Santa Claus. So So this year it's got to be different. Don't know how we're gonna get him here yet. We're gonna figure that out. But that's all we have for today. So like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Happy Christmas season, everybody.